Oh, yeah.
AKA Fred, here for StevensvilleGamers, discussing the Double Masters spoilers that we have so far. So I'm going to pull up Twitch on my phone right quick, and we're just going to hop right into it. So, like I usually do with these Fred's Magic Hour episodes, they're recorded, not edited, and then just uploaded straight to the StevensvilleGamers YouTube channel. This is just sort of the live recording aspect. So we're going to talk about these Double Masters spoilers. We're going to talk about what they mean for the prices of some of these cards, and at the end of the day, whether Double Masters is a good set. Now, I'd like to thank my 2 followers that have come in since the last stream, Mr. Hijack and Tahu16. Thank you so much for the follows. But let's jump right into it, since this is going to be recorded and then uploaded. So I am Warcrimes Uwu, aka Fred. I'm one of the hosts of the Magic the Gathering podcast Gutshot, which you can find on Spotify, you can find on Apple Music, you can find it here on YouTube, although the episodes are not uploaded quite as quickly as they come out on other platforms. Anchor, SoundCloud, we're everywhere. So I host that podcast with Aggressive Rhetoric, and today I'm here for StevensvilleGamers, as I am. This is the second Tuesday doing it, but hopefully I'll be doing this for much more Tuesdays, providing Magic content for that channel. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, Double Masters is a set. It's a premium set. Wizards doesn't do MSRP anymore, but the packs are about $13. And they have 2 rares. Now, they've done these Master sets before, but they've never done them with 2 rares. And a wide complaint of previous Master sets was that in there with the reprints of $100 cards were also 40-cent rares, which, I mean, that's fine in a $4 booster pack because, you know, you can affordably draft those. You know, you're going to pull some valuable rares alongside them. But in a $10 pack, which is what those Master sets used to be, you know, there were $3, $4 uncommons, but there were 40-cent rares, and that's just not okay in a $10 booster pack. You could have a draft and walk away with nothing. People talk about in those $10 booster packs, the minimum price of a rare should be $4, probably, in terms of what they reprint, and I pretty much agree. It's okay and even normal to walk away from a draft or from opening some boosters with less value than what you spent on them, but you shouldn't walk away from a draft of 3 $10 boosters with $1 worth of cards. That's just not acceptable. With that said, there are 2 rares per pack, and there are a lot of valuable rares in this set. They look like they're really showing out in terms of the reprints. So we're going to talk about each one as we go through here. So Karn Liberated and Jace the Mind Sculptor, obviously expensive cards. Very good to see here. No one's going to complain about those. There's a new art for Karn. Let's see if it's up on MTG. Yeah, it is. So people don't like this. I love it. I think it's great. Not even like just in like a funny way. It's a panorama with the Tron lands. I think it's pretty. I think it looks good. I don't like people are memeing the shit out of this art. I think it looks good. But y'all know Karn. He's in Modern Tron. I'm not going to explain what these cards do because they're all reprints. But Karn, Jace, and Atraxa, all valuable. Sneak Attack is the kind of card that they have to reprint every once in a while to keep it from jumping too much in value because it's a legacy staple. So they have to make sure that Sneak Attack remains relatively cheap. So they reprint it here, even though it's not too bad. Doubling Season was, I think, $35 before this reprint, so that's very good to see. We get into these rares, there's a couple more questionable ones. Heat Shimmer is a bulk rare. That's just not good to see here. Doesn't really see play in any format other than, like, I guess you could say Commander, but, like, a 40-cent Commander rare, like, nobody needs that to get reprinted. Abyss Mage, I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure this is also just a Commander rare. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, destroy target non-artifact creature that player controls. Of his or her choice, it can't be regenerated. It's such a weird phrasing, but yeah. Noble Hierarch is good to see a reprint of. Arkham Dagson at Mythic is very sus. I don't think this card was expensive before, so it really is not great that it takes up a Mythic slot. Austere Command is a Commander card, but at least that card's not worth much, and they could reprint it anywhere. They could reprint it in a Commander deck. It's just unfortunate. So we've got Blade Splicer, Cyclonic Rift. Like, these are the kinds of reprints you put in just to keep the price of those cards down. Like, and that's fair. Like, Blade Splicer is like $2, Cyclonic Rift is like $3, Grim Lavamancer is a couple bucks, Lamholt Champion's a couple bucks, and these cards at least see a little play in some constructed formats. So it's fine for those to be at rare in a set like this, especially with you getting, 2 rares per pack. It's reasonable. Boon Reflection, not reasonable. Thought Reflection, not reasonable. Neither of those cards are valuable. They're both bulk rares for Commander. 5 mana to just double all your life gain as an enchantment. Like, ugh. 7 mana to double all your card draw. Like, you have to draw 7 cards with this out for it to even match the stupid bad mythic from Ixalan that draws you 7 cards for 7 mana. Thought Reflection and Boon Reflection are bulk rares, and there are going to be packs where you just get these 2 rares, and you spent, $13-15 on a pack. That's going to feel awful. Trash for Treasure is, a nice, I think it's a couple bucks for an uncommon. Exploration it's sub $10, but I think it's like $5-6 as a rare. That's pretty good. And of course, this set is going to affect prices. Terastodon's not worth much. It's been reprinted in a lot of Commander products, some Masters sets. Stone Hero Giant is interesting. It is kind of like it does a weird Stoneforge Mystic impression. It can die before it ever grabs the equipment, and that's why it's bad. But it is a 4/4 Vigilance for 5, and you pay 2 tap and search for an equipment card. That's pretty fine. I don't think it sees play outside of Commander, but I think it is like a buck or 2. So it's not what you want out of a rare from this set, but there are some value-packed mythics and just some value-packed rares in this set. Like Noble Hierarch is at rare. Noble Hierarch's the only like really expensive rare that we've seen so far. But Voice of Resurgence got bumped down to rare. That is huge. Baleful Strix got bumped down to rare. Also huge. Legacy played card. Both of those are legacy played. Voice of Resurgence is a little more played in Modern. But Baleful Strix is a legacy played card. So very, very good value here. Kalia of the Vast is from a Commander deck that's pretty expensive, like an older Commander deck, so it's hard to find copies of it. So it's really good that she's getting reprinted here because she's one of the expensive Commanders. Not because she sees playing CEDH so much as she's just really popular for casual EDH. Sharum the Hegemon sees a little bit of EDH play, and it's a rare. It's not expensive, but it'll be nice to have. Sphinx Summoner, I actually have not seen this card before. I don't remember this card. So 3 blue and a black for 3/3 flyer. When Sphinx Summoner enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact, creature card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. If you do, shuffle your library. That's pretty good, honestly. You get this in draft, it can grab a Baleful Strix, or Sharum if you're an Esper. I mean, that seems fine. I'm sure there'll be some good artifact creatures in here. Now, the colorless cards reveal some more value, but also some more disappointment. It's really kind of back and forth with the colorless cards in the same way as it was with some of the other cards. So Blightsteel Colossus is valuable. Mana Crypt is incredibly valuable. Mana Crypt is like $80, I think, right now, with the couple of reprints it's gotten. So it's nice to see that here. That will drive down the price a little bit, and that will drive up the price of the packs. Sword of War and Peace. I'm not actually sure what the price of this one was. So it has the worst on-hit ability because it just gains you life equal to the cards in your hand and deals damage equal to the player you hit equal to the cards in their hand. So, it's going to maybe Helix, and that's like probably best case scenario. So, but before Push came out, this sword was the best for protecting you from removal because it gave protection from red and white, which is Bolt and Path. So the 2 best removal spells in Modern. But that on-hit ability is not very strong compared to like your opponent discards a card and you untap all your lands, like the green-black one. So Sword of War and Peace is fine. I'm not sure exactly how much that was before the reprint, but it's nice to see it. It's the kind of card you're never unhappy to see swords in a Masters set, especially because I need to start buying swords to put together Cawblade when I eventually build that for Modern. So it's good to see swords in any limited set. Wormcoil Engine, Modern card. It's a 6/6 Death Touch lifelink. When it dies, you get 2 worms, a Death Touch, and a lifelink, each 3/3. This card's good. It sees play in Modern Tron. It feels like they're reprinting like a lot of Tron cards in this set, which is fine with me. It's a popular Modern deck, and if reprinting these cards gets people more into Modern, then I'm happy. The Tron lands are at common in this set, so they were like $2 each. So that'll be nice to get a few more of those out on the market. But the payoff cards are also in here. Karn, Wormcoil Engine are both payoff cards for Tron. Ugin was just reprinted in Core Set 2021, so all the pieces of Tron are going to be probably the cheapest they've been in a while once this set comes out. So, we're pretty happy about that. Conjurer's Closet is a bulk rare, I think. It sees some commander play. At the beginning of your end step, you can blink a creature you control, basically. So in like those Brago commander decks, like that style of thing, it's fine. But it's not. It's a bulk rare. And I'm just picturing packs where you open like Conjurer's Closet, Boon Reflection, and you're just like, oh, I paid $13 for this pack, and both of my 2 rares were bulk. Now, the opposite of bulk is Engineered Explosives. I remember a time when this card was $130. Let's see how much it is now. Engineered Explosives. On the CCG Player Shop, this is the Ultimate Masters version. Oh my god. $7. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty hilarious. Engineered Explosives has fallen in price. Wow, I thought that was still going to be one of the money cards. What is Mana Crypt at if Engineered Explosives has dropped that hard? I know Paper Magic not being around because of quarantine has affected prices a lot. Okay, Mana Crypt is still $90. But I didn't expect Engineered Explosives to be down that hard. Jeez. Okay. Lux Cannon is pretty bad. It's 4 mana. You tap to put a charge counter on it. Tap, remove 3 charge counters. Destroy target permanent. It's fine. If you can proliferate a ton, this can tap to destroy target permanent every turn. But that's pretty hard to set up and pretty not worth it. It's a commander card. It's a fun commander card. It's not for really any other formats. It's the kind of thing if they reprint it into standard, people might try to make it work with the proliferate stuff we have from War of the Spark, but that's leaving, so we're never going to get a chance to really play with it, even if they did reprint it into standard. Sculpting Steel is a combo feeder in Commander. It's part of a lot of, it combos with Shroom the Hegemon in Commander for an infinite artifacts die trigger, an artifact center of the battlefield trigger. I think it's a couple bucks. Sunforger, big Commander staple, any Boros deck. I don't think it sees play in Modern. I could see a world where you put this into a weird Jeskai Callblade list or something, or red-white Hate Bears with Stoneforge Mystic just to grab Path to Exile, but I don't see that, or Bolt, but I don't see that being terribly good. It's a big Commander card. It sees a lot of play in casual Commander. I don't think any CEDH, maybe a little. No, I don't want to buy followers or primes. Twitch bot. I don't have time to ban you from my chat. I'm trying to record. Alright, Blinkmoth Nexus. Good to see. It's a 4-of in any Modern Affinity deck because you need a way to close out the game, and, you can make this a flying artifact creature and slap a cranial plating on it. So, Blinkmoth Nexus is a decently expensive card. Really over the value of the pack. And when it's over the value of the pack and you can get 2 rares that are over the value of the pack, that's great. Glimmer Void, same with that, and then we've got the Urza lands the Tron lands that are cheaper. And then if we go down here, we can see the VIP edition cards. I believe these are only available in the VIP packs. You can't pull these from regular packs, but I love the Sword of War and Peace there. I love a lot of this art. You got the Tron land panorama with Karn. You're unfortunately, if these are only pullable in the actual VIP boosters. Oh. Thank you, someone, for banning the bot from my channel. I don't know which of my mods is active, but much appreciated. You're doing God's work. Yeah, it's going to be unfortunate if you can only pull these from the VIP packs, because some of them are pretty. I love this Karn as much as people are memeing on it, the 3 Urza lands and then Karn. I'm really digging it. But yeah, overall, the question on whether this set is going to be good with the double rare thing is how often are you going to go Jace Karn or Jace Atraxa or Doubling Season Mana Crypt? And is it going to make up for all of the times that your rares are Boon Reflections Lux Cannon? You know, a double rare pack can be double good rares, but it can also be double terrible rares. And, like, it's a problem that could be solved by just having a bunch of $2 or $3 rares instead of, like, no one wants Boon Reflection in this set. If anyone wants a copy of Boon Reflection, they can get one for 20 cents. You know, you're never going to want to play it in Draft in this set. Like, it's just taking up a slot in this set to justify them putting really expensive cards in the set. So, like, you know, these are slots that could go to cards that are a couple of dollars. Like Grim Lavamancer. Grim Lavamancer is a good example of that, but I'm thinking, you know, you could put Tassiger in here. There's a lot of characters you could. There's a lot of cards you can put in this set that are $2 or $3 that will make it not absolutely suck when you open bad rares. You know, like I'm going to open a pack and go Heat Shimmer Austere Command, and just feel like I wasted $15. It doesn't look like any of these uncommons other than like Trash for Treasure are worth much. You know, there's some modern playable ones, you know, Flicker Wisp, borderline Rexage, but you're just not seeing, like a bad pack is going to feel terrible in this set. Like a good pack is going to feel great, obviously, you know. You could go Doubling Season, Noble Hierarch, like that's a reasonable pack. That's something you could expect from this set. But 2 bad rares is also possible, so I'd be wary of how that affects the price raising. I think this set is something to watch out for, but it also, like, they're really spilling the good reprints really early. Like, it feels like they've already shown us all of the valuable cards. We'll probably get 1 or 2 more swords, but, like, they've revealed most of the mythics. And it feels like all the value is going to be at Mythics, because what they usually do with these kind of sets is they reveal the bulk rares later. And that means we've got a lot of bulk rares for them to reveal. This is a 332 card set, I think. 332, right? Let me zoom in on that. Yeah, this is a 332 card set. So, like, it's just risky. It's just risky. You know, they're probably going to be revealing a lot more bulk rares. I don't think they have... I think if there were more valuable cards in here, they would have revealed them already. You know, I feel like if they were putting, I don't know, Survival of the Fittest in here, if they were putting Emrakul in here, they would have revealed it already. So I would be wary of this set. I'm going to watch as more spoilers come out, but for now it's a don't buy, just because there's going to be so many packs where you just don't get anything. Like, your box is going to have 1 pack that's got 2 mythics in it, maybe, and it's not going to make the box. The values of these boxes are, the prices of these boxes are atrocious. So yeah, you know, if we get 2 more swords and then the rest of the rares are not bulk, they're at least a couple bucks, like, it'll be a good set. But I have a feeling that we've got a lot more Lux Cannons yet to be spoiled, and not a lot more Jace the Mind Sculptors. That's my sort of pessimistic take. But yeah, that's been a review of the Double Masters spoilers that have been revealed so far. Thank you for tuning in. This will be posted to StevensvilleGamers on YouTube, which may be where you're watching it. I have been Warcrimes Uwu, aka Fred, co-host of the podcast Gutshot with Aggressive Rhetoric. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, SoundCloud, Anchor, MySpace. We're everywhere. So go and listen to Gutshot, hosted by yours truly and Aggressive Rhetoric. We'll be recording another episode in a little bit, and hopefully posting some episodes soon. But yeah, go and enjoy that sort of hot take Magic the Gathering podcast. I've been your host, Warcrimes Uwu. Thank you for watching on Stevensville Gamers.